We are live, NBA rundown time, runpuresports.com. Let's let the Boston Celtics slander commence. Tyler, I've heard all year about, Boston's the best team. Boston's the best team. You can't even beat the 76ers without Joel Embiid. AP, glad to see you today. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing real good. I still think Boston's the best team. I'm gonna put that out there.
I'm not ready to write a series over after
it's one game. Harden was incredible. I think the difference though is coaching. I think it's kind of telling too. So I think Joe Mazzulla has his work cut out for him, and I think we see it come finals. Whoever they face from the West, I think it's going to be tough. And I still got bought, even though, I should have gone and just committed to what I went with preseason when we did our previews, because I had Philly coming out, and now I've backstepped. I'm like, screw Philly. I'm on the Boston side. I still am. I could flip flop, but I'm not going to do it. I think Boston is still the team. I think they're going to figure it out. They're going to come back, get a win. They're going to get at least one win in Philly, and they'll probably close it out at home at some point.
Yeah, I'm not ready to close the door on this Boston Celtics team, but Tyler, your favorite coach, looked a little outclassed last night against Doc Rivers. You know what? I was saying this on the wagering world this morning. Everyone wants to slander Doc Rivers. Do you know how much the world has changed? I mean, not just the league, but the world since he won his championship. I don't think it's that bad a deal that he hasn't adjusted. When he won his championship, Twitter had 14 users.
Yeah.
Tyler, your thoughts on the Celtics game?
Yeah, way to take the beginning of the show in stride, Spread. I mean, you went to hit the go live button. My internet died right as you hit the button. So I don't know if AP got in before the show started or not, or if you were solo, but way to take that in stride.
It was right when the intro was going. It was good timing.
You got it right for the buzzer, so it was perfect timing. But yeah, I mean, take the victory lap. I was all about Mazzulla being this coach that didn't look like he was going to be able to do the late adjustments regular season. And look, playoffs come around. He matches up with Doc Rivers, who, I guess I'm not going to slander him too bad, but I still don't think he's all that good of a coach, and he's getting outclassed by him. That last play where they just defensively went in, they threw it right to Maxey, and he just ran down, they took the lead. You can't let Harden get Horford in space on that last three-pointer either. So I think Philly made this series a lot more interesting getting game one, because now Embiid's not rushed back in game 2 or 3. He could show up in game 4 a little healthier, and I think they could win this series. FanDuel even thinks that, what were they, minus 600 before the series spread? They're minus 170 now.
I think they were minus 300.
Don't you guys live with that shot, though, that he took? I mean, yeah, if you just look at what Harden's done from the three-point line this season, I mean, if you're going by statistics, you don't mind that shot as his final one, a step back contested three-pointer. I mean, I don't know. He made it. It's all that matters.
I agree with the shot, but I just don't want Horford getting switched there. You got to force your way through. That's got to be like Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart. And speaking of Smart, why is he ever getting the ball to open the last play of the game? That ball should go directly to Tatum or Brown. That ball shouldn't touch anyone else's hand in that
my concern with Boston, though, is how do you shoot 60% from the field?
40% from three.
And dominate the boards. You dominate the boards, you shoot 60% from the field, and you lose? You got to figure something out defensively.
60, 40, 95% from the free throw line at home and took a loss.
It was wild.
All right. So, Tyler, I told you I didn't watch those games live. So I know what's happening when I'm.
I'll give you my live take for the second game. Then Spread. Get your broom out because Phoenix.
No, that's the exact opposite of what I was gonna say. The exact opposite. So I go home. I'm cooking my steak, New York, medium, and I pull up Twitter before I watch these games. And I see everybody writing the obituary of the Phoenix Suns. What? And I think to myself, are we doing this again? Are we doing this again? Didn't we just do this last round against a player who had a ring in Steph Curry where, oh no, they lost 2 games on the road. The series must be over. I completely disagree. I think Phoenix will be fine. But Tyler, obviously you have I can't believe we're doing this again. Did we not learn nothing from the
I think it's a little different. I mean, we'll let AP go, but I think that situation's a little different with the Warriors.
I mean, I guess the Warriors situation is a little bit different, but the Nuggets weren't good on their first series on the road against Minnesota. The Suns are going to be fine at home. They're going to rebound. Tyler, you think they're going to get swept?
He froze again. He did this to me before we were about to start.
What was that, Tyler? I can't hear you. Tyler?
Yeah.
What was that? Look at him, just not moving.
He looked that's Joe Mazzulla coaching right there. That's how Joe Mazzulla looked coaching the Celtics last night, creating those outs. We'll come back to that.
What? So wait, he thinks they're getting swept though, right?
Yeah, but that's all we got from
I guess my one issue right now with the Suns is they are all in on this super tight rotation, and the guy you're bringing off the bench is Damian Lee. I have some issues with some of these adjustments.
What is the better option though?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you got some
on this bench. This is where we need the DFS guys. Who's even on this?
You got TJ Warren. You got Terrence Ross. You got some vets.
Prove that they're not going to get run because
but you got some vets that at least could play fundamental basketball, take some good quality shots. Versus guys like Damian Lee. I think
Damian Lee is getting chosen because it's a two-way guy. That's my.
You also got Campaign, who I feel they should be staggering him and Chris Paul's minutes. Well, you're going to see
plenty of Campaign next game too.
It's been too late. We've been talking about this. You can't play Chris Paul 40 minutes a game in the playoffs. We know what happens. We've seen this story. Jabroni, Clyde, I'm with you.
It's almost like to perform at the NBA level at 38 years old, you would need some sort of performance-enhancing drug.
But it's going to be. Look, it's. I like what they're doing defensively against Kevin Durant. He's been kind of in shambles this series. It's going to come back down to Devin Booker. They're probably really missing.
He did pretty good last night, and it wasn't enough.
No, I know. Maybe it's going to be tough. Maybe it's a tough matchup.
I just don't want to write this obituary yet. I just feel it's the same exact way. The Suns go back home. They play a little better. I mean, they were in control of that game with 7 minutes to go in the fourth, right? It's not like they no-showed at all. And I just think they go home. They win 2 games. Now you're a 3-game series. You got Kevin Durant, championship pedigree, a little bit of momentum going into that final 3-game swing. I still like Denver to win the series, but
they don't play until Friday, too.
I don't want to end. I don't want to do this again where we write the obituary of this team. Dang it. I want to no, they're not, Jonathan Nelson. They are not. And are we going to declare the winner of tonight's game 1 the winner of the Warriors series 2? Are we doing that? Are we not learning from anything?
Yeah, because the Lakers are going to win this game 1.
It doesn't mean the series is over. Does not mean the series is over at all.
The other thing, too, is when you look at the Suns, one of the problems is kind of they're still a team figuring each other out. You don't have a ton of reps with KD, Book, Ayton, CP all out there post-trade deadline because KD got, his ankle rolled over. And so, I mean, and Tyler, tell him I was against you. I don't think the Suns are getting swept. I think it's going to be a series. I think Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are going to figure it out. You got these guys on the bench that we haven't seen yet who played quality, who had quality minutes in the regular season. Terrence Ross being one of them. I know. Terrence Ross, not a guy that anyone is may not even make an impact.
I don't think your Terrence Ross dream is ever going to come true.
But you got him there. He's been in the league for a long time.
Than him.
And again, TJ Warren too. You've seen what these veterans can have an impact. You see it on the other side with Jeff Green. And I'm not again. Terrence Ross, Jeff Green, probably go the Jeff Green route, but. When you look at what Phoenix is lacking right now, somehow it's the offense, and that's just because Denver, They got two guys that they're worried about. Devin Booker and KD. Get another shooter out there. Terrence Ross can hit some threes. I mean, he's an okay shooter. They got to make some sort of adjustment because what's working right now is not working.
Tyler, let everyone know your incorrect opinion on why the Suns are going to get swept.
I mean, we talked about it in yesterday's show. We said, does it look like he's quit yet? Is he just going to rebound and look well again? He didn't look all that good in last game either. He had a good stretch to start the game.
Do you think playing against the best player in the NBA has something to do with that?
Well, I mean, of course, now he's the best player. Where's your Giannis take at? Backtracking.
Throw him food in the water there.
Yeah, but I think it's more of he gets his usage and then he thinks he's like going to be the star of the game. Then they go away from him and you just see him. He just loses interest in the game. He doesn't play defense. Doesn't even try and box Jokic out. But again, it is Jokic because even back in a few years ago, Gobert was able to defend Jokic very well. He was one of the better ones at it. And so was Ayton.
He was also 28.
Yeah, but it's like you give him a couple years of Jokic just learning to figure these guys out, and then he just figures them out and just destroys them. I think he might have Ayton figured out. And they have the shooters surrounding them.
I think he's got the whole league figured out, personally.
I think they're going to score 110 points a game. Jamal Murray's not going to shoot that bad again. That was absolutely terrible by him. It's just the spot where it's like, can KD and Booker give you 80? They're going to have to give you 80 points if you want to win a game.
Is this the Dallas Mavericks experiment right over again, right?
Yes, I think it is. The more you look at it, I think it is. Especially if CP3 is out, because then they lose another body. They got to go into this bench that's terrible. I think it's over for them.
What do you mean, we the people? First of all, I hope you hit the like if you're going to ditch us. Unbelievable.
All right, so we got Terrence Ross with the Suns, 44% or to 43% field goal percentage. Over 33 or over 35% from three with the Suns. TJ Warren, 43% field goal percentage. I mean, you're telling me like that you bring you can't give them 12 minutes? I'm not saying I'm saying like a Kevin Love type of role. Like you got to do something to take pressure off. Josh Okogie isn't going to do that. He's not going to come out and they're leaving him wide open. Like no one's on him. Like no one. And what does that do? It makes life very, very, very difficult for KD and Book. You think they're going to leave Terrence Ross open? He's a shooter. He can. I'm not saying like the best of shooters. He's better than Okogie. TJ Warren, he can at least get it done in the paint. So these guys might suck. I'm just saying, why aren't we seeing any type of adjustment at all? It's like literally, let's just run our guys out 45 minutes a game and let's get CP hurt. That's what happened. So next up, who? KD, another guy injury prone. So I don't know. The Suns are probably cooked, but I'm not willing to write them off yet.
If only CP3 was friends with another 38-year-old who knew a doctor that can help him perform at age 38.
I don't think this series gets to game 6. I think it's done in 4 or 5. The Suns maybe win the next game.
I disagree. I think the Suns take 2 at home.
I don't think they win 2 at home. I think the Nuggets either return home up 3-1 or they don't even go back home.
I mean, if the Timberwolves they got what, 2 wins that series? Yeah, they got 2 wins, right?
No, they got 1. It was
just 1.
Yeah,
and if they can get a win, this Suns should be able to get a win.
At home.
Or else that trade's going to go down just so poorly because you gave up 2 quality pieces.
Let's talk about that. I completely agree with our guy Jake. It's good to see some good stuff in the chat rather than spread Astaire slander, which seems to be the chat's most popular pastime.
The problem, so that you can't all right, in hindsight's always 2020. One of the problems, on Twitter the other day, someone was like, "Oh, anyone's a fool that thought the Kings were going to win this going up against the world champions. Like anyone is a fool." Are you kidding me? It was a fucking pick'em. Like the Kings looked good. Like I thought the Kings were going to win. I really did. I thought, I didn't see Curry coming out and having a 50-point game. There
might not been, right? I mean, Fox doesn't break his finger. I could have the beam in the background.
But
right now. I mean,
what I'm saying, is 2020, or hindsight's always 2020. That's what I'm saying. And with this trade, now we can all go back and we can say it was a bad trade, and it probably will be. At the time, the Suns they just had tunnel vision. You have the opportunity to get Kevin Durant, a world champion, Finals MVP. I mean, a great asset, and you went with it. You go all in to get a championship. Is it going to happen? No, it's likely not.
But my counter, AP. So Jake says Suns gave up too much for KD. They are too thin, no bench, and loading minutes on KD is going to break him down. They needed to keep Bridges. He was actually a key piece to them winning. Yeah, and you don't even need to use the adverb there if you just say he was a key piece. My point is,
no one's even said the main reason why the trade went down though. The team changed
a new owner.
Yeah, the team changed ownership, and he walked in the building and said, "We're making this trade right now because I'm here to win."
But my point is,
dollar to do it.
How many of these we give up every single key role player for a star and fail? Are we going to do before we realize, hey, basketball is a team game? ESPN and Stephen A. Smith and those idiots might want to say it's Curry versus LeBron tonight, but it's not. It's the Warriors versus Lakers.
But if I tell you you're getting a brand new owner that's willing to spend money and go into the luxury tax, and you could bring in a top 3 NBA player this year, you might not win it this year, but he's going to spend in the free agency to bring in guys around these guys next year. You're going to have a team next year. I guarantee they win it next year.
You're betting the Suns right now to win the NBA next year.
Yep, because I know
KD keeps getting worse.
This guy's going to spend this money to put guys around these guys. They're not going to have to play these minutes next year.
All right.
So Corey Jefferson, I believe that's his name. I agree with what he's saying, and this is why. Not a hot take. I've said it now multiple times. I doubled down in Discord. This is why, in my opinion, the Lakers right now are the most complete team. I know when I said it a week ago, I got laughed at. When I said it 2 weeks ago, I got laughed at. I'm going to get laughed at again today. Lakers are the most complete team, and it's because you got LeBron. Spread just shaking his head. I love it. Fucking love it.
You guys are just messing
with
me.
You got LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and it's all about AD. We all agree right now. It's all about AD. We're going to talk about that game, but the role players, they're impressive. Jared Vanderbilt. You got Rui off the bench. Austin Reeves has been phenomenal. D'Lo has his moments. We've seen it now twice, in the last series. We haven't even seen like Malik Beasley do anything yet. I think he's going to be impactful this series. I think Lakers are the most complete team, and I think they have the best odds to win it all right now.
All right. Let me jump in. The chat is cracking today. You got time, right, AP?
Yeah. I got all the time in the world.
Okay, great. First question, and he asked me, but I think I'd like to hear everyone. Let's assume, and I don't want to say, because like I said, I really think that Phoenix can win both games in Phoenix, and we feel a lot differently when we're having this conversation next Tuesday on the show. Would he get flack for losing before the finals? Yes, to a certain extent, but 28 players are, 28 teams are going to lose before the finals, right? I mean, I would say yes. What do you think, AP?
I said again. Sorry,
is he going to get slandered if he loses this round? If the Suns go out, is KD going to get all the blame?
Yeah. He's going to get the blame, but. Like our society today, we expect instant results. Like we expect things to get done and to work. Like every single time things work, it's got to work. These trades happen. You bring in KD, and there's zero expectation to get chemistry built between this team. It's just like, oh, he's a former Finals MVP. He's a world-class player. He should come in and make an impact and win games and get a championship for Phoenix. It just doesn't work that way. So
and only one team wins. This isn't right.
And again, people are laughing at Terrence Ross. Again, I'm just saying what's working right now is not working. You gotta experiment. You gotta try something. You see other teams doing it. What's it gonna hurt? He played good minutes for you in the regular season. He hit big shots. They're leaving Josh Okogie wide open. They're leaving Torrey Craig wide open. These guys aren't hitting. I mean, it's embarrassing. And it's if you're him, it just F's with your head. He is wide open. Like no one even, and they're just all looking at him. Yeah, shoot it, buddy. Go ahead and shoot it. And he just blank. Like, yeah, you got to do something, you know? And maybe that's what they're trying to do with Damian Lee. But it's Damian Lee. Like, you can't tell me Damian Lee is any better than Terrence Ross.
Championship caliber.
Maybe the Suns are cooked. I might be with Tyler here.
I think you're looking too
No,
deep
they're
into
not.
it.
We're going into
I'm with Tyler's side. I'm all with Tyler now. They're cooked.
Before, let me just say
what's
what's up.
a little bit spread. He's like, you know what?
I know. They always join you. It's this show, right? Me against Tyler, me against the chat. But I want to say what's up.
They sent Ish Wainwright out there last night. What are we doing? Like,
maybe they know something we don't. If they're sending Ish Wainwright out over some of these other guys.
The coach was crying when he traded Bridges and Johnson away. This team's cooked spread. They don't want
Mikhail,
nothing to do with it.
dude. He's what? And that's if you're a Nets fan right now, you got to be excited. You got pieces to build around.
Because Mikhail was needed to be like the third or fourth guy.
You do if you make the right moves.
He's not.
And so it's you make the right moves around some of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be excited. As far as
Dinwiddie,
for how bad of a disaster this little Nets experiment was, they got out of it pretty clean. Right?
Watching Malcolm Brogdon and how like when he's out there, he seems like his jumper's like ugly. I'm not saying mine's good at all. But his is ugly but he just is so efficient, makes such good decisions. Except for last game. He made some bad decisions late, like really egregious. But I think that's what Spencer Dinwiddie needs to be. I think he needs to check his ego. He would be a phenomenal six-man on a team. I don't think he's and we're completely sidetracked now. I'm talking about the freaking
But that's
Nets,
why I asked if you had time. We're going all over the place.
Yeah, we got
today.
time. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, AP might not have the best-looking jumper, but he has the best-looking heat map in the industry. Run puresports.com. Head on over, become a member, take advantage of all that. Tyler, we got to say what's up to our guy. We haven't seen him in the chat for a while. He left his harem of West Virginian women to come hang out with us. What's up, Twatty? Great to see you. Braun getting shit talked when he loses the finals. That's BS, right? It reminds me of Joe Montana. Oh, he's 4-0 in the Super Bowl. Okay, so we're not going to count all the times that he lost to the New York Giants in the NFC Championship game. Like, that's weird. Who actually thought CP3 wouldn't get hurt this year? Like State Farm,
that's how
maybe.
all you old guys are with MJ. He's 6-0 in the finals.
I don't say that. I don't say that he's 6-0 in the finals.
Right, so
I say that he took people's hearts. He was the best player on the floor. He's the smoothest player I've ever seen, the best highlights you've ever seen, and he was good on both ends of the floor. He didn't just sit there and coast on defense in order to run up his scoring. Why are you getting me worked up today, Tyler?
It's fun.
Kevin says, how do you expect the Suns to win when they can't with Jamal Murray shooting like 15%? Obviously, KD's going to play better. That's how they're going to win. KD's going to go off for like 35. Huge pieces to lose, We the People says. What is this for, Clyde? Yes, I'm wearing an Oakland A's shirt. What does that have to do with anything I'm saying about the NBA? Am I starting to worry about the Suns bench now? Yeah, that tape didn't age well. But to be fair, I did listen. You guys say that I don't listen, but I did listen to you guys. And that's why the Nuggets have been on the sheet for 2 nights in a row. I'm not struggling to read these comments. Get out of here, Clyde.
That one made me laugh out loud when I read that one.
I didn't even – unbelievable. But we got a lot of this chat's
how sweet was it though? I know we're completely jumping around, like Harden, like just that throwback game. I was downstairs in my basement, just like and I've been on the Celtics, but like how can you not be excited for that? Him and Maxey combo. Maxey was awesome as well, and they got Boston to play their style of game, It was interesting. Harden slowing things down, getting his guy. And did you what you got to respect about James Harden? I mean, he was intense with his guys all game. I think it was Niang was like messing up something. He was chewing him out on the sideline. I mean, he was intense. Like at the end of the game too, telling all of them go back to the locker room. It's like one game. I like this James Harden we're seeing. I think This is gonna be a good series between Philly and Boston.
To be fair, everyone wants to slander Harden, but let's go back to this losing deal. You lost to arguably the best team of all time, right?
Yeah.
When the Warriors assembled that team, 28 NBA front offices said, well, we'll just build for the future. We're not even going to try this year. There was only one franchise that even tried to compete with them, and that was the Houston Rockets.
And Paul Reed? What? I like this lineup with him, too.
Paul? I know.
I mean, he hit clutch free throws there at the end. I mean, those things were
it works
huge.
a little better against the Celtics. You don't have the size to punish them.
Yep.
Right?
That doesn't work. Think about this one a little, AP,
Milwaukee.
and you're going to be like, you know what? I'm back on Philly.
I know.
Is Tyler going to convince everybody? He convinces the chat a lot better than I do.
I think, all right. So Boston and the Lakers, two of the more complete. I mean, all these teams are good. Like, what did we do to deserve this playoff series? I mean, it's been incredible so far.
Yeah,
my one take just for the rest of the playoffs. Anybody but the Warriors. I do not.
No, screw that. Anybody but the Lakers.
Nobody wants to see them win again. Draymond.
No, we do. We do want to see them win again. We want to see the
They're not going. I don't. If they win,
the game.
If they win,
support communist leaders.
If they now we're going. Now we're really good. Communist leaders. If they win it again, I mean, you got to put Steph Curry's name in there in the GOAT conversation, if not already, because
he's already
their team right now, they're dealing with stuff. Jordan Poole, they're dealing with something with it. I mean, this dude
he's hurt right now. He's playing on a sprained ankle.
Yeah, but he's also playing. He's playing for the back. Man, I'll use Mangone's analogy. He's playing for the back of the jersey, not the front, too. He makes the dumbest mistakes ever.
That's a good call. Dirk says the Lakers front office deserves all the credit. No, the freaking Utah Jazz front office deserves all the credit. They're the one just giving away players for. That was so ridiculous. I'm still mad at Danny Ainge. He was a good Sacramento King too.
It's almost like he wanted to see a Boston LA finals.
Yeah, it's almost like this whole thing is rigged against all the hardworking people in Sacramento, Memphis, Minnesota, Milwaukee. We have no chance. We have no chance. Steph will cook MJ. You guys need to quit with this. You guys need to quit with this.
One thing that's crazy, saw the other night, it was Sunday night. There was like nothing on. And so I rewatched that, the 2016 finals, game 7. Awesome game. But when you look at Steph Curry, he looks like a little child back then compared to like now. I mean, God, he's put like, it's crazy. Like, I know it's been talked about him putting on size and stuff, but he really has. It's crazy.
Jonathan Nelson doesn't even think I'm a person anymore. I'm no longer a person. I just said I do not want to see him win another ring, and you said everyone. So now I'm not even an American citizen anymore. See how the Lakers are? Oh, and Tyler, stop sending me tweets from an account called Lake Show Yo. That is the worst idea for an account. That's like Walmart art.
The tweet said it was like Lakers look unstoppable, Suns and Clippers are already in Cancun, and it's just like the world's perfect. Like it's just like it looks like all futuristic. That was great. That made me laugh yesterday when you messaged me back. You were like, disgusting.
It was disgusting. It's a terrible tweet. It's a terrible account. It's a terrible idea. You shouldn't be spreading that sort of thing. All right, let's get into tonight's game. You guys are, you are going to give me a heart attack. You guys are cracking in the chat today. I love to see all the energy, and why not? Because AP, you're absolutely right. These are fantastic playoffs so far. We have 8 fantastic teams remaining, and some pretty exciting stuff to talk about. So let me pull up my numbers right now. Let me see how these lines have changed. But when I was going over everything earlier today, one thing that really shocked me, because I did not expect this, was seeing Jimmy Butler is only questionable. I did not think that there's any way that he's going to play tonight. Then I pull up these lines over here. I'm on the offshore. You guys are betting legally. I see the
you guys
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Finish up. I'll interrupt you after that.
I was going to say the Knicks are -6, which to me indicates that they think that Jimmy's going to play. This line says that I can't believe this. The total's 208. Hey, all right. And I'm going to address this real quick, and then we're going to break this down. Let's see if Spread picks a side in both. You know what Spread did yesterday after the show? He jumped on, he talked with Tyler. He took a side in 3 different games. And you know what those games went? 3-0. All right. I'm picking sides. All right. Are we the people? Tyler, what are your thoughts here on the Knicks and the Heat? Will Jimmy Butler play? How effective is he? Is it possible to handicap this game beforehand? Is it possible to pick a side right now? Or is this a live betting spot?
No, I mean, you could definitely make it a live betting spot, but the way I'm going to bet it personally, even if he plays, I think he's limited. And I think it's going to come on the defensive end. He did a lot of chasing Jalen Brunson around in that first game. He limited a lot of his shots. I don't want to lay that many points with the Knicks. I know the Heat are a scrappy team. They still have Spoelstra as a coach. He can make some adjustments to keep this game somewhat close. But that Brunson 25-plus points and the Knicks win at plus 140, I love that play here because I think Jimmy's hobbled on defense. I don't trust any of these other guys to cover Brunson, and I think he can cook them. So I'm on the Knicks. Give me Brunson 25-plus, and they win the game plus 140.
All right.
Not messing with the total after what we seen last game spread. It's right in that same range. If you bet it, early last time you won. If you bet it late, you lost. I'm just leaving the
on what
total
you bet
alone.
too. Yeah, right. But remember, while we were doing the playbook, it kept popping up, and that ended up being the difference between me winning and losing. Because when we originally did the numbers in the morning, it was 208. By the time I bet it, it was 210. What did it land on? Like 209? I'm fine staying away from that total. We the people are going to be upset that we're not playing the total tonight. AP, your thoughts here on the Knicks and the Heat?
I mean, one thing. So, like, if you follow Jimmy Butler on Instagram, this dude was just walking around New York City all day, just like a regular folk, like any of us, just like walking around the city that he owns. Like, I thought that was funny, and but he had no like ankle brace on or anything like that. So maybe he is superhuman, and it's like, man. So when I look at this game and when you look at the end of it, if there is anything wrong with Jimmy's ankle, which it looked bad, it looked like a really bad sprain.
I can't believe
he was a decoy when he was out there, and it was vintage Kyle Lowry ended up getting the job done. He was like it was him, and then I think Bam had a couple buckets, and then Gabe Vincent's been huge also. So I thought, like if you look at their game 3, I think it's Saturday or Sunday, so they're going to get a lot of rest after this game. I thought Spoelstra maybe would have held Jimmy out and just try to say, hey, go out there, play hard, try to mind F them, like keep this game close without Jimmy Butler, and that just because everyone would be expecting a blowout. If you do that, you really kind of F with them. But it looks like he made shoot around, looks like he's likely to play. Can we? So the question is, and I always in the playoffs, I'm going to compare him to other players in that price range. Can we trust him if he's limited at all at his 9.4K price tag? Just a little bit cheaper than AD. I love this spot for AD. On the other side of this game, you can go to Brunson. I like that call that Tyler said. Like the thing about the Knicks too is they were horrible from 3-point range. And they had a ton of open looks, too. Like, they had a ton. Jalen Brunson, 0 for 7. Like, it was clear what Miami wanted to do. They did not want to let Jalen Brunson beat them. Let everyone else beat them except for Jalen Brunson. If they get Randle back tonight, I think it's more of like a Knicks blowout, just with how these kind of series go. And it could be something where maybe they manage Jimmy if a game gets out of hand. I could see that. And that's kind of how I see this one going. I think they hit their threes tonight. I think Brunson gets it done. RJ Barrett, again, he's going to have another big role here. But if Randall's out, the production has to come from somewhere. Like, you don't want Obi Toppin. How many threes did Obi Toppin take? Like 11 or something? I mean, did you guys have that like on your bingo cards last game?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he went 4 for 11.
4 for 11. I mean, that's not terrible for Obi Toppin, but you probably don't want him taking 11 threes. He was actually the best on their team too, which is kind of crazy. I would like to see them get quickly more involved if they don't have that offensive production that Randle brings. So it's going to be interesting to see if Randle plays. I would imagine he does, And on DraftKings, you're going to get what we've seen now from Thibs is a tight rotation. And you're going to get that again tonight if Randle plays. So you're going to definitely want pieces from this first game.
All right, first game. The Knicks now plus 137 to win this series after falling in the first game.
I just don't think you can count on, like, you just looking at the box score from that game. Like, can we really count on 38 points out of Gabe Vincent and Kyle Lowry every game?
No.
Yeah, that's the biggest outlier here for me. Like, Bam put up a normal stat line. Jimmy did him. Love and Strus did what they do. And then you look on the other side, it's like nobody can make a shot. So I still think the Knicks once he's
now. How much of that was the Knicks just being flat, and how much of it was the Heat defense? Right.
I think it was more. The Knicks was missing wide open threes. Like watching the game, a lot of those were just wide open. They're just bricking them off the rim. So those shots start to fall.
That was an ugly game, huh?
It was bad.
Yeah.
I was more tilted watching that one than I was watching the Kings lose. And I wanted the Kings to win that game bad.
I'm glad you've
just because it was like you watched the Knicks give the game away. They just couldn't make any shots.
Yeah.
It was like they should have been running away with this.
Yeah. All right, you ready to move on?
Do you guys real quick? Do you guys trust? All right, so do you think Kyle Lowry can do what he did last game? And then Gabe Vincent, can we trust him? Because it's his, and I'm talking DFS wise, his price is starting to come up. This is a guy that I think, unless his new role on this team and what he's doing is like real, like if it's a real thing, then awesome. But this is a guy that's shown like a really low floor in the past. And it's like, can we trust Gabe and what he's doing? I mean, his offensive usage is through the chart relative to what he's done historically. His volume is through the roof relative to what he's done historically. You're talking double-digit shot attempts, multiple games now in a row. Do you guys have a take on him? Because I'm not sold that like Gabe Vincent is this guy that we've just overlooked. Like I really think it wouldn't surprise me at all to see like Max Strus randomly go off or like a Caleb Martin. I think there's a lot
I think you go somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
You run back to that same well. I think you were lucky if you drank from the Gabe Vincent well. You were lucky to get a big bucket of fresh water, but I wouldn't be going to that well too often.
I mean, back-to-back 12. He's taking 12 threes in back-to-back games. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, we the people's got a good point with Hero out. Someone's got to check those up.
It's a good point.
Maybe that's it. Tyler, any props from this game? Anything more from this game before we move on? I like RJ Barrett over. What does the chat think about that?
Of course you do. Our boy Clyde says RJ Barrett sucks and he misspelled his name twice.
He can't even spell.
Yeah,
he's talking about I can't read. He can't spell.
He tried to correct himself and still misspelled
and
it.
Still got it wrong. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, the only other prop I like outside of that performance double from Jalen Brunson would be Mitchell Robinson's rebounds. I mean, that dude has been an animal on the boards. It's 10.5 on FanDuel. He had 14 last game. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets up into that 14, 16 range again here. Like, if you wanted to go there, 14 plus is plus 260 and 16 plus is plus 550. So I think the dude just crushes him on the boards today. And it's not like Randle being back hurts him on the rebounds either. He's still going to be the guy down there getting the boards for him.
Yeah. In the playoffs, Robinson averaging 10.5 rebounds per game, only 29.2 minutes. So if he gets more minutes, that can help. He had 14 rebounds in game one, and in the closeout game against the Cavaliers, Mitchell Robinson had 18. I got to get in on that bet right now. Hopefully that line is. Did I bet that already? Okay, regardless, I love that Mitchell Robinson play. Let's talk about
last note on this, and like I'm just trying to think, DFS purposes. Like, is this the game where like the Knicks just like stomp them? Like,
I think it is.
Heat steal game one. We know this Knicks team can play. We saw what they just did to Cleveland, who the Cavs are a really good team. Like. Weren't ready for the moment against the Knicks, but hats off to them. You got to think adjustments will be made. And if they just hit those threes, those open shots that they had, I mean, I could see a game like this getting out of hand, especially with Jimmy's injury. So that would be my one concern with trying to stack up this first game.
Tyler, I pulled this up. I haven't bet Mitchell Robinson yet. You know what? Is disgusting, though, that I realized I bet yesterday, and it's probably a good bet.
Let me hear it.
D'Angelo Russell over 15.5 points.
Yeah, you definitely bet that after you got into the edibles. There's
You
no
don't like
way
it?
there's no way you were into the Laker props without edibles involved.
No, I did it yesterday morning.
I figured you just cross Laker games
Only
off.
coffee. No, I bet Lakers props. I bet LeBron over on rebounds tonight. But let's break down the whole game. The Los Angeles Lakers are they're +5. The Golden State Warriors are -5. The total is 227. Golden State -197 to win game 1. Lakers +173. And you look at the series price, the Warriors are -155 to win the series, +138. You can also bet over 5 that's kind of a stupid bet. Over 5.5 games at -215 offshore. Tyler, I don't want to hear it, but go ahead, break this game down.
I'm just going to start with the elephant in the room. They just came off of game 7. Teams coming off a game 7 win are 11-12 straight up, 7-15-1 against the spread in game 1 at home. Overs in those games are 16-7. So, I mean, I love the Lakers here +5. There's still that crazy trend where teams that cover games are winning the games outright. We seen the 76ers last night cover the 9.5 spread. They said, throw the points out the window. We're just winning the game outright. So I'm all over the Lakers tonight, +5, the money line. I'm on them in the series. They're winning the series at +135. Looney's not going to be able to crush the boards like he did against Sabonis. AD's a different animal. I think they can defend these other guys well. LeBron's going to crush. AD's going to crush. They're going to run away with this series. No defense from the Warriors. The Lakers crush this spot.
Very good breakdown.
Very terrible breakdown. Warriors have the best defense.
Hat off to Tyler.
Thank you, AP. I appreciate it.
Amazing breakdown, Tyler.
Can we go to this amazing comment, though? Mitchell is playing like a prime Looney.
I like the comparison.
I love that one. All right. AP, talk to me about the Lakers and the Warriors. Tyler, basically, I had a nice parade going. He just brought a bunch of rain. I feel like Eeyore now. I'm all sad. Do you have anything that can cheer me up, AP? Or are you on the Lakers as well?
I don't think I do. All right. So the new look Lakers 3-0 against the Dubs. And that was with LeBron, no LeBron for 2 games, I will say. That was with D'Lo out for, I think, 2 games. You had guys like Dennis Schroeder coming in and being an absolute stud. Malik Beasley starting in one of those games. You had Troy Brown starting against a healthy Dubs team, and they just wiped the floor with them. I think this – so, all right, I don't want to, obviously world champions, defending champions, Steph Curry, amazing, absolutely amazing. I just think it's a matchup thing for me. I think the Lakers – I think this is a tough matchup for the Warriors. When you look at AD, you got Jared Vanderbilt, AD, you got – what do we see the Kings do? Their dynamic backcourt.
Jared Vanderbilt is just discount Draymond Green. He can't shoot either. And he's 4-on-5. He's just out there.
But he's out there for defense, which you want. Like, he can switch onto any of these guys. Like, it's huge. They don't need him for his offense, but he can get putbacks if that's what he's doing. Or if they need more offense, they go to Rui Hachimura. I love I think this Lakers team with AD playing like he is, and with LeBron being who he is, facilitator. And I think this team is the most complete team right now from what I see. I know everyone's going to laugh. It is what it is. It's just what I think. You need D'Lo doing what he's been doing, hitting big shots in big moments. Been awesome. Austin Reeves has been incredible on both ends of the ball or both ends of the court. He's been incredible. I think this series needs to be more of a Malik Beasley series off the bench. In his 15 minutes he gives them, he needs to hit some shots. He also matchup-wise, plays some good defense on these Warriors guards. So I like the Lakers. I think this first – what?
Beasley's getting cooked.
No, I'm just saying – I'm just saying we've seen all of these guys get it done in this matchup during the regular season. They owned them. They owned them on their home court and in LA. And I think that's what happened. So I think the vets know the importance of this first game, but obviously the Warriors do too. But if you're LeBron, AD, just like in the Memphis series, how good were they when they came out? They were incredible in game 1 and then in game 6. Did that go 7? No, win 6. Game 6. They were incredible in those 2 games. I think we see that Lakers team tonight. I think this is going to be an awesome game. It's kind of that feel-out game, but you're going to see the intensity from AD and from LeBron tonight. I got the Lakers side.
More people don't agree with you. For every single Lakers pick I've seen between doing shows and looking at this chat, why are the Warriors taking money? I should be getting like -3 right now because you guys all love the Lakers. Why are the Warriors taking money?
Okay, you better relax, bro. You got to go relax. I mean, I'm using it as there are things that matter in the regular season. I'm not like putting all my eggs into that bucket. Am I not going to look at those games? I do my due diligence. You better relax, bro. I go through my process. I like to look at those games. I like the matchups that I saw. Can they exploit some of those matchups tonight and in this series? I think they can. That's what I'm leaning on here. I think matchup-wise, I got the Lakers over the Warriors. I think they're the more complete team.
So you like them for the series too? You can get them for the series right now.
I got them winning 4-2. I think it goes 6 games. I got Lakers stealing game 1.
Plus 138. I actually like the plus 173 on game 1, even if you like them for the series. Because Tyler talked about the rest advantage.
I mean, you got look at the Warriors' depth. Like Poole's terrible. He's going to come in and commit 8 turnovers. It's just going to help the Warriors. Yeah, Gary, why are we seeing more Moses Moody? They didn't even play him. They didn't trust him in the regular season.
This too, because I wanted to talk about this for a while. Moses Moody's better than Kuminga. Can we stop all the Kuminga hype?
In what way? Who's a better creator?
Kuminga.
Who's a better passer? Kuminga.
Just watch them play. Who impacts the game better for the Warriors? Moody.
But that's because of the role. If you threw Kuminga on the Magic and you let him just ball out and make mistakes left and right, he would look different.
I mean, the more I look at it, I think Moody's the better player. I think Kuminga's this uber athlete. Everybody wanted to just be a star, and it's not there.
This team, it's just so perfectly built now for LeBron. Not perfectly, but just think about LeBron where he's at now. He's just a better facilitator than anything else. If the Lakers are relying on Bron to put up 35, 40 points, they're not going to win games. That type of LeBron is not going to win you a game here. He needs to get his guys involved. Everything has to flow through AD, which is everything's then going to collapse because now the Warriors are going to throw everything at AD to stop him. And then it comes down to AD finding the right guys, moving the ball around, finding Reeves, hitting that open jumper. Rui, I think, could have another big impact here off the bench. So I just think
another one that was just given to the Lakers for free.
So, judging by that last little breakdown, AP, this AD over 2.5 assists at plus 130 seems like a smash spot.
Why?
They're going to feed him the ball down low. If they have to send everything at him and crash, that just leaves wide open shots on the outside. He just passes it out and they shoot it. And the ball goes in and it counts as an assist.
I like it.
And a Lakers 3-pointer that takes the lead.
I like it. Yeah, I like LeBron over 9.5.
Oh, he had
as well.
So again, I know we you better relax, bro. The regular season doesn't matter at all. We should just get rid of the regular season. Make it one long playoff. Screw the regular season.
To be fair, I'm actually at that
I think I might have figured out a way how to make the regular season meme.
But hold on, Tyler, real quick. We'll get into that. But how many assists do you think AD had the last time he went off? And then the adjustments that the Warriors made was collapsing on them. He has 6 assists. So there you go.
Yep, I that 2.5. I'm definitely betting that. But I think this is how you fix the regular season, make it a little more better for these guys. They're going to try some more. Instead of having just locking in all the 8 seeds, only lock maybe the 1 and 2 on each side. Everybody else is in a 1-game tournament. If you lose, you're done. And you fill out the seeding from there.
They should just play 5 playoffs, just 10-game regular season. Have 3 seasons per year. Everyone just cares about the playoffs. Just have playoffs year round. Little 3-month seasons here.
Spread, I still want your breakdown because I know you're not on the Lakers.
No, I'm not. So I do like the Golden State Warriors.
Because I've heard, watching Discord, listening to this stuff, I've heard a lot of people take the Warriors in this series, but no one is telling me like how they're going to get it done outside of like Steph being a god, which he is. I mean, he's incredible, but the Lakers are pretty incredible too. So, I mean, how are they going to get it done this series?
Okay. I'm getting mad. We the people, we've already gone over this. Yes, I want less games. I'm quality over quantity. We the people, you got to give me time to spend the money we're winning using the NBA playbook, runpuresports.com, promo code spread15. We the people, give me a time to go to the beach, take a vacation. All right, here's how I think. Here's what I like from the Warriors tonight. Number one, Looney's underrated. Everyone thinks that AD is just going to feast down low, eat down low. I think Looney can give him some problems. Number two, Draymond Green is the X factor. He knows how to get under people's skin. He knows how to do that dirty stuff. Whose chest is he going to stomp on? Who's he going to net tap? Oh, we didn't even talk about PJ Tucker yesterday, Tyler. But hold on, we'll stick with this.
That was unintentional. If he meant to do that, that was just perfect timing. And
if he did, he's on some Bruce Lee stuff. Steph will be the best player on the floor. Warriors have the better shooting. Most importantly, Warriors, second best team at home in the NBA this year. And Game 7 will be in Chase. So that's how I like it.
But the regular season doesn't matter. You got to throw all that out. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So what are these projections I'm doing then?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter.
So I should just put
you better relax, bro. So it doesn't matter
because I can't use regular season numbers. Just put random.
I'm just trolling.
No, I know. Yeah, we're getting. And it's funny. It's good to see him here. He hasn't come here a lot.
I like you. You better relax, bro. Yeah, he's my guy.
He's always messing with Holden on the Up to Lock show.
That's why I like him. That's why he's my favorite.
What doesn't matter? What doesn't matter, Jonathan?
He's also
Nelson?
Spread's favorite because that's like the one guy that agrees with him in the chat.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Just because
there's 160 people watching right now and 159 people hit the thumbs up because of you, Tyler. I get my one person that showed up to hear me talk.
My honest thought for DF. So again, like if you're grinding these 2-game slates, you got to have kind of a thick skin mentality. Like you gotta. So like here, my strategy is pretty simple. I play 20 max, the $4. I max it. I dupe all those builds in the 15. I know most slates I'm going to get dusted. It's how my strategy is. But you got to do that, and you got to map it all out and do it in a way to where you're trying to hit your script that you think pans out. So again, like my mindset is I understand there's going to be a lot of variance on these 2-game slates. If you can't handle that, dial back your exposure, play single entry stuff, have fun with it, or focus on baseball right now. I saw Steve Boynton in the chat. Dude has been on absolute fire right now. Shout out to my guy, Stevie Boynton. But tonight, I think you have this game 1 that's going to be more of a feel-out type of game, I think. I think you see Dennis Schroeder maybe gets more run here, maybe 24, 25 minutes.
I love that if I'm on the Warriors.
Yeah, because I think they like – so Schroeder – when he was with the Hawks, he was horrible defensively. I mean, if you remember back to those days.
That was like
the only reason I think he's like, the only reason I think he's still around is again, you're going to laugh at this comparison, but like a Rajon Rondo, again, way, way, way different. But what I'm saying is he's worked on his defense, and his defense, I think, is what's kept him around versus what he can do on offense. I could see more Schroeder over like a Reeves or D'Lo, probably D'Lo out there when you're talking defense, because Reeves has been pretty good defensively. So look at this game as you're going to see some different stuff. Like, again, I don't think I would go like Troy Brown, but you never know. He had awesome games against the Warriors in the regular season. I know regular season doesn't matter. I agree with that. But in these game 1 feel out type of games where they're looking at matchups, don't be surprised if you see some crazy stuff. Like, I'm not willing to maybe go like as crazy as Malik Beasley, even because like I got torched by my take on him and still am. But if anything, I think it would be Schroeder that could have a big impact here off the bench.
Yeah, I would agree with that because like Schroeder's not the same problem defensively. I'd love to see my guy Otter in the chat. He says AD Vandy versus Looney Draymond. It's a wash, man, this evening. Rebounding guards is the key here. Well, isn't that convenient that I have one of the best rebounding point guards of all time, Steph Curry, in the paint? Love to see that, Otter.
What? I mean, Klay Thompson he's got to have a game here, right? Like he came out and said, obviously he's been looking for this matchup since he ever got in the league, to play the Lakers in the playoffs. It's going to be incredible. Him at home. He's been terrible in the playoffs so far. His game's coming. Do you guys think it could come tonight?
Yeah, it could come any night. Well, will it? I have no idea.
Yeah, it might show up this year. It might never show up with him.
No, he'll have at least 2 to 3 good games this series, in my opinion.
So you're setting that number at 2.5. What's a good game?
25 plus points.
I'll take that bet.
On over 50% shooting from 3.
I'll take the under 2.5 that he doesn't get 25 plus points in 3 games a series.
Okay.
If you're Steve Kerr too, so now I'm trying to think of it from not my biased perspective of the Lakers just winning, which I think happens, but if you're the Warriors, this Draymond Looney combo, I think I would almost rather go small against this Lakers team. Try to bait them into like getting into a 3-point contest against you. Go small, hit threes.
Ham's not going to fall for that.
Oh, I know. I'm just, you're at least trying to bait them into doing it.
It's so funny watching these turncoat Lakers fans slander Darvin Ham all year. Yeah, where are you guys now? Oh, it's Ham's problem. Ham sucked. Oh, why did we get Darvin Ham?
I mean,
he looks pretty smart now that he
has
a roster, huh?
That's back to what I said initially at the start of the show, Spread. In today's society, people expect instant success. And it just doesn't happen like that in life. It doesn't. Things take time.
We're spoiled. The other day, the neighbor's dog was barking. I was so pissed. I jumped on Amazon. I ordered these noise-canceling headphones. These things I ordered them at 1. They're at my house at 5 p.m. I mean, this is unbelievable. But no, I completely agree with you there. And especially, when we go to the KD takes. And also these I
don't think Wiggins. I thought Wiggins looked tired in that last series. I disagree with. It should be fresh, but think about it. He took 2.5 months off.
Fresh legs, and bad cardio. Come on, we're not doing this LeBron as a coach deal again. We know that Darvin Ham is the freaking coach. Come on, we the people. Come on. Do you think Ty Lue didn't coach that team? Oh my gosh.
That's spelling RJ Barrett. I like it. I like how he spells.
At least he came back with something nice.
Just like Spread gets annoyed at the Lakers. One of my good buddies, probably not watching right now, so I can talk some shit, but biggest Warriors homer ever. And it just, I'll get texts all freaking night. Just, he'll call me up and he'll just be like, the Warriors. I'm gonna have to punch him if the Warriors dominate this series. So,
oh wow, okay, good thing I'm pretty far from Nebraska because I'm gonna be cheering if they do.
Yeah, but I can't get mad at you, Spread. Yeah. I could never get mad at you. Yeah, this is a buddy from like
you don't want to climb up his kill list either. Don't get
mad stop with that. We've gone like a week without a murder reference. Unbelievable. I listen to nice, smooth, calm jazz. I don't even listen to violent gangster rap anymore, Tyler. You encourage me to listen to violent gangster rap.
That's all the serial killers are like, oh, just think I'm the nice, calm guy, and then the door shuts, and then they kill you.
One other just like huge. I did this DFS, but on these 2-game slates, you gotta focus on ownership almost more than like projections. I know they're kind of tied hand in hand. Just because looking for leverage opportunities, like Jason Tatum yesterday would have been a great one. We all had the Celtics blowing them out or whatever, and with their rotations, it was like, it's going to take a lot for Tatum to get there, and he's priced way up. he ended up being like 8 to 10%. And he was he put up like a 65 piece or something. So you just, if you can find those opportunities and just go all in on them, those are great. So I was just going to pull it up tonight because I thought maybe Jalen Brunson at his tag might be a little lower owned. I'll pull up the numbers that I'm looking at.
Space Cowboy says, AP, what up? Just came here to hit the like. Warriors by 10. No, stay, Space Cowboy. If you like the Warriors, we need more of you in the chat. Dude, we're greatly outnumbered here. We're getting absolutely destroyed. I feel like, what was that movie, like 300, where there's like 300 of them fighting against like 5,000 of the evilest people in the world? That's us Warriors fans right now. So
right now, when I'm looking at the studs, the highest projected owned ones are going to be Jimmy Butler, right around 50% ownership projection. And this is looking at one of the better sites out there that project these things. You're talking 52% for Andrew Wiggins, so he's 7K.
Really? Wow.
Okay. Yeah. D'Angelo Russell, 65%. So again, here's what you can do on these 2-game slates. Instead of playing a D'Angelo Russell, maybe bump him down and play a Dennis Schroeder, taking advantage of that regular season matchup that we talked about that may not matter, but we saw Schroeder have some awesome games in the regular season. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, both projected to be right around 15% or lower. So Curry, 27%. Jalen Brunson, right around 19%. So I like just making some stands with some of these guys that could fall under the cracks too. Gabe Vincent, going to be like 40 to 50% owned. We talked about that. Maybe Gabe Vincent isn't that guy in this game. So I just like making little stands like that to try and get different.
All right. I'd love to see this too. D-Lo revenge series. Yeah, we saw how well that revenge game against Minnesota went, huh, Jonathan Nelson? Yeah, give me a revenge series. I hope it's a whole series like that. A good question here in the chat, though, from Curtis. Brunson's ankle, we kind of glossed over it. That could throw a wrench in our little Knicks plans. What do you guys think of Jalen Brunson's ankle?
Go ahead, Tyler. Let you go first.
I'm not worried one bit about his ankle.
Yeah, if anything, I'm more worried about Julius Randle. And Julius Randle, he's going to be the highest owned guy. So you got D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle projected to be the two highest owned guys on the slate. I worry more about Julius Randle, to be honest. He hasn't looked right this whole series. If he's in there, he could be more of like a decoy, or he's just going to have to rely on hitting outside jumpers. Like, I would rather go right back to Brunson, right back to Josh Hart, who's going to be in there as well. So I'm loving this 2-game slate. I think this is set up to be really well.
Where Poole's ownership is projecting?
It's a good question. Probably pretty low, to be honest. No one trusts him right now.
And just throw Poole in there, and you should be fine.
Yeah, he's going to be like 5%. Again, Poole's terrible, but you're talking about
loses minutes in the playoffs where defense is necessary, and that's not his strong suit. Yeah, not even his weak suit. He's absolutely terrible at it. Damn, you better relax, bro. He thinks that you're holding the way he's treating you today.
No. I was saying what their ownership projection is going to be. I'm not saying that I'm on those plays. I was also stating my concerns. Maybe he heard me wrong. You got to get your ears checked. You better relax, bro. Because I already said my concerns with D'Lo. I thought we could see more Schroeder in this feel-out game. So,
yeah. What about DiVincenzo? Travis made a rule on the show on 2 Fridays ago that we've been following: no more than one bench player max. Can DiVincenzo potentially be that bench player tonight?
I think that was like on 3-game slates, though. Like when you're dealing with a 2-game slate, you're going to have to play some of these bench guys.
Okay. But DiVincenzo, your thoughts?
I don't know. I hate playing that guy. I mean, he's 3.6K. So yeah, he's going to be in my pool. I don't love it. I would rather play Dennis Schroeder, different positions, but I would rather play Dennis Schroeder over him.
Yeah. Our guy Twatty says, does Caleb Martin get a serious uptick in minutes with Jimmy hurt? He's already had an uptick because he's playing well. Well, according to AP, he's not hurt at all. So I think he would. But boy, doesn't it just seem like nothing even happened to him?
Yeah, I mean, he was walking around. We don't really know, except for the fact that he was a decoy and it looked bad. I mean, I think he's playing. I definitely think he's playing.
He's playing too, but I don't think he's going to be as effective on one of the ends, and I'm going to lean towards the defensive end.
Where, like, if anything, usually after those injuries occur, your adrenaline is just going to push you over the top to where you can still do stuff. It's when that swelling comes, but maybe, who knows? Jimmy's, man, who knows with him? He's different. He's definitely different.
He probably just called up LeBron's doctor. I love this performance double from Jamal. Pool 15+ points, and Warriors win.
I would play Poole over DiVincenzo. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, because you have ceiling there.
Yeah.
The ceiling is so much higher. All right. Well, this has been a real fun show today, but we are not done yet. Remember, hit that thumbs up button. Head on over. RunPureSports.com, the best in daily fantasy and sports gambling information. We the people says, I never take a side, but I took 3 sides yesterday. Went 3-0. We're getting close to being up over 40 units on the year. I haven't done the math, Tyler, but I think we're close now. We crushed April. We bounced back. We actually lost 1 unit in March. It was disappointing, but we doubled down, got back to work, and now we're up, at least 5 or 6 units this month, right, Tyler?
Yep.
So make sure
3-0 yesterday, and then what we do on Sunday, 0-1. So 3-1 on the month.
And for May, but April we won 6-7 units.
Yeah.
All right. I know that you guys will all do it because you guys all love the kid. His promo code is Tyler15. But if you want to take a stand against evil, if you want to take a stand against purple and gold taking over your city, use that promo code SPREAD15, runpuresports.com, 15% off your first month's membership. Get access to the NBA playbook. Get access to AP's heat map, the core plays, the Up to Lock show, where our guy, you better relax, bro, trolls Holden with aplomb. It's just a beautiful thing, the way that he puts Holden in his place. So you want to come be a part of that, become a member, runpuresports.com. I'm done hitting promos, though, Tyler. They're hitting the thumbs up. We're hitting winners. Start with you. Best bet for today's side total prop.
Give me the Lakers +5 spread. I think that's a smash spot. I think they're going to win the game. I'm probably just still AP's pick, but we can lock arms on this one.
I should just hit that music.
Yeah. But then 1-2 leg parlay I like for this one. Give me the Lakers money line. And I do think this is a spot where the Knicks smash them. Give me the win margin, Knicks by 11. And that gets you a +630 right there on that 2-leg parlay.
All right. AP, I have one question, though, because I actually kind of don't understand it. Because, according to Clyde, I can't read. Speak on just like max 1 or 2 of the first game. It may not clear 200 points. You think that's in play. So he's saying you only play 1 or 2 players from the first game. What do you think of that strategy?
Again, in the playoffs, I'm a big pace guy. Like I want a higher pace game. It creates more opportunity for fantasy points, but that's offset with these tight rotations. So you can't just set a blind rule, capping it to 1 or 2 max from this first game, because you're going to limit yourself to some really good plays in this one. I might be on board with a 1 max on the Heat side, to be honest. But I think guys like Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, Jarrett Rand, or RJ Barrett are definitely going to be in play. I think Mitch Rob, if Randle is out or limited. So yeah, I wouldn't set any hard rules. I could see the Heat limited it to 1. They're priced now in a range to where there's some bust potential. Like Gabe Vincent at 5'3". If he just has an off game or something, or maybe it's Kyle Lowry that takes over, who knows? He could bust at that price. So it really comes down to what you think. If you think the game stays close, you got to think about, okay, what's going to have to happen for that to be true? And you got to think guys like Gabe, Max Strauss are going to step up for Jimmy. If you think Jimmy's just perfectly good to go, then yeah, he's one of the better plays on the slate. I'm skeptical, though. I like the Heat team total under. I think you see the Knicks locked down on defense. So that's what I'm going to say. My best bet is, what, 101? Is that what you guys have it at?
Let me pull it up right now. No,
you could go total
I
on
don't
the
think
game.
we've done the team total this year as the best bet. I love AP breaking ground. Right now, I have the Miami Heat team total at 101 offshore.
My other one is playing Schroeder over D'Lo in DFS formats. So I think they're going to like his defense out there. And, D'Lo's been awesome, but he's streaky. He's a guy that, he can definitely put up a dud. So it wouldn't surprise me to see, like against Memphis, he had that 2 for 11 game. I mean, the guy's been incredible, but when you look at his minutes, is his rotation that solid as some of these other guys in that range? I would say no. 30 minutes, 28, 31, 30, and then 35 in the first game against Memphis. I think as a feel-out game, I'm taking Schroeder, taking the savings that gets me so that I can spend up for some studs.
All right. If you guys want to know what the Up to Lock show is like, usually it's Holden ignoring everybody telling stories for a couple minutes, but then we do things like this. So we'll give you a little preview. You jump in the chat, you get a question, and then they're going to go ahead and answer it. So AP, we're going to give the people a bonus today. I haven't checked the likes, but I'm on the honor system. They're giving us the thumbs up. Strus or Quickly? Who do you prefer tonight?
Yeah, got to be Quickly for me. Strus has been terrible as far as DFS goes.
No, and it's a DFS question. So that's what we do there on the Up to Lock show. And if you don't have time to watch the YouTube show, you can just jump in the Discord. If you are a member, runpuresports.com, you just hit @AP, throw those questions in there. Or maybe, hey, you just look at the heat map and the questions answered for you. I got 2 best bets for tonight. My real best bet, the one that I've already taken, and you guys will love this because I'm not going against you. LeBron over 9.5 rebounds. I think the Lakers' size is going to be huge tonight. He has gone over that number. Let's see. He's averaging 11.2 rebounds per game during these playoffs, and he's gone over 9.5 in 4 of the last 6 games. So I think that LeBron's got a great chance. But just because you guys really were giving it to me today, I got to take a stand. I got to look behind me at my beautiful backdrop. And what do I see? The Chase Center. One of the best home court advantages in the NBA. That's right. Regular season doesn't matter. Yes, it does. The Warriors, one of the best regular season teams that we've ever seen. Give me the Golden State Warriors to make a statement tonight. Win game 1. I'm laying the 5 points.
Did you see the way he was like, I'm not going to go against you guys, and he turned around and just gut punched me by taking the Warriors -5?
I mean, not like you haven't been gut punching me the whole freaking playoffs, Tyler. You rile up the chat. You get them going against me. Oh, my. Unbelievable. All right. AP.
I mean, it's spread. You're at least excited for this series, right? I know you want it to be the Kings.
So lately, I think I told you guys, I've been working swing shifts and watching the games on tape. It's less stressful, and I actually feel like I'm getting more information, right? Because I'm not tilting my bet. I already know whether I won or lost. But I took tonight off. I got to make sure that I'm here to see that. And, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fantastic, man. The rivalry continues, and hopefully good can defeat evil, right? There's one person.
So spread.
Yeah.
I looked at, so my brother-in-law, my sister lives out in LA. Her husband, huge Lakers fan. I was looking at tickets because I'm like, God, game 3, game 4, back in LA. Let's look at these things. Maybe I fly out. We hit up a game. Nope. Holy shit, they're expensive. I mean,
you can get league pass for like the next 5 years.
Yeah, nosebleeds, you're talking $1,000. Nope, because I can't do nosebleeds. So it's like, no way. Not doing that.
What's wrong with watching in the morning, We the People? Tyler, is We the People your freaking burner?
I didn't type anything.
Oh, man.
Well, no, I can't wait for tonight. I mean, it's just a chance, right? For Steph Curry, right? The man who revolutionized the game. The man who our children can look up to. Can he do it in the face of all evil, against all odds? I can't freaking wait. All right, AP, words of wisdom before we get out of here.
Yeah, words of wisdom. Bet the Lakers side. And if you want, take the money line. If you like money. If you don't like money, take spread side and take the Warriors. Not just kidding. We got the baseball show coming up over here. We got PGA tonight at 8:30. We'll definitely be done before 10 Eastern, obviously, because the game's going to get started then. So, yeah, make sure you come sign up and use Tyler 15, spread 15, 15% off.